Welcome to MTN Outdoors.
As you can see, winter weather is here. And if you
Hold on just a second, I'll take over from here.
Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, Chief Meteorologist Curtis Grevenitz.
Yep, when the snow starts flying and the temperatures start dropping, I magically appear like Jack Frost.
Well, it's about time, because we need to make sure Montanans are safe. And hunters need to know about conditions before they head out. We also need to tell them about chronic wasting disease, which has now been confirmed in elk as well as deer.
And recently, Keith and I took our trucks, we were driving around doing some four-wheeling, shooting some guns up on the Continental Divide, and we encountered snow and ice, and Keith, recently moving up here from Arizona, got a crash course in driving in winter conditions.
That's right. It was almost like my meteorologist brother knew what was going to happen.
I did.
But I'm a team player. I'm happy to give him some content for this week's Weatherwise.
While up in the mountains this weekend, a lot of people were looking for this, but certainly found this. It's been a mild fall thus far, with little snow anywhere, including the mountains. Saturday afternoon, heavy snow showers developed and blanketed the ground with a few inches. Ground temperatures were initially above freezing, so the snow melted on the dirt roads at first, and then turned to ice with snow accumulating on top. This made for difficult travel regardless of vehicle. Snow in the mountains this time of year should be expected, and you want to be prepared, so here are a few tips if you're planning on motoring into the backcountry. Be sure to bring supplies to support members in your group for 72 hours. If you slide off that road, you'll need that food and gear for possible conditions. Always stay with the vehicle. Do not try to travel on foot in bad weather. Make sure you have the knowledge of how to use necessary gear. If you are driving and see something that gives you concern about being able to egress, just turn around. Having cell phones or radios to communicate is essential. And try not to go alone. Having a second or third vehicle highly increases your safety margin. Although the mountains are a great place to recreate, they can be dangerous and unforgiving. And now you're a little more weatherwise.
Right now I'm only 10 feet in the air, but these linemen are going upwards of 60 feet in the air to keep our power on, especially as weather continues to worsen in Montana. As crews hoist and replace a nearly 50-year-old lodgepole pine power pole,
you know, our power grid in Bozeman's in really good shape. We're constantly working on it. We're constantly making improvements. We're constantly enhancing the system. This is exactly what we're doing today.
Division Manager Matt Fedix says changing out distribution power poles is a part of the infrastructure replacement program.
It's a program that we have, a recurring program where we inspect poles and we constantly upgrade and enhance our system from year to year, and this one was targeted last year to be replaced. It's at the end of its working life cycle. So
we reported in August and September about various power outages affecting thousands of customers after a series of wind and rainstorms swept through southwest Montana, including the Gallatin Valley and Butte.
Unfortunately, we're in Montana and we have storm events that come through, and that first one, I know we touched on winds upwards of 70 plus miles an hour, and when we have that, unfortunately we are going to have some outages.
FedEx says a lot of the windstorm outages happen when a tree from outside the right-of-way falls into a power line.
When that happens, that's weather events that are outside of our control, and it's up to us to respond to them, make the scene safe, and restore power as quickly as we can.
And these linemen are working around the clock to do so.
It's a 24/7 job, 365 days a year.
And as the population of the valley continues to grow,
forecast where the new growth is coming from Bozeman so we can stay ahead of it. We're upgrading equipment in substations, we're upgrading poles, we're upgrading wire to have more capacity.
In Bozeman, Megan Elaine, MTN News.
Chronic wasting disease can cause many different health issues within the deer that are harvested in Montana, as well as those that consume the meat afterwards. But the professionals here at FWP have a way to make sure that doesn't happen.
We're trying to get good numbers on where this disease is in our state. So the only way we can do that is with hunter participation. So we get hunters come in, bring in their heads. When we take samples, the samples we're taking, they're retropharyngeal lymph nodes or the obex. Since this disease stays in the deer for up to like 18 months, it's the place where the earliest detection is available. Those prions is what they're called, is they build up there first, there in the obex.
FWP is asking for help from local hunters.
If a hunter brings in the head, we like to have about 2 inches of meat left on the neck, and that'll ensure that the lymph nodes are still in the neck. And then we'll cut the deer open, pull those lymph nodes, bag them, get some other data, and then that's all the hunter has to do. A lot of people just don't see the urgency or the concern to bring deer in. I try and tell everybody it's not necessarily for their information to know if their deer has positive, negative. We can only get data from hunter harvest. We can't go out and kill deer and get information that way. And so hunter participation is very needed.
The disease has serious implications for deer population.
Similar to mad cow and Creutzfeldt-Jacobson's disease, it's a brain-eating disease kind of that there's not really a cure for. CDC recommends if your deer is positive to turn it in. You can get a new tag, but they say not to eat it. So far the research is pointing at a pretty strong species barrier, saying that it's staying inside the Cerdavi family, deer, elk, moose, caribou, stag. However, CDC does recommend not to eat a positive deer.
Positive tests are being found on a regular basis.
We have had 178 samples tested, and of those samples in Region 4 alone, there's 4 positives, 3 mule deer bucks and 1 whitetail buck. And all of those came out of region or District 400.
Hunters should properly dispose of their deer in a Class 2 landfill or leave the deer at the harvest site, leaving bones and spinal or brain matter behind. In Great Falls, I'm James Rowland, MTN News.
This is the Gallatin River. It runs through the heart of the Gallatin Valley. Deer and elk use this area, and some of them have chronic wasting disease. CWD has been found in the Gallatin Valley for a while. It's now been confirmed in this river area.
We've recently found 2 white-tailed deer along the Gallatin River that tested positive for CWD. I believe both of those were actually road-killed animals that we took samples from. So we know that it's here, but we're looking for more information to better understand at what level that disease is here.
FWP looking for data from animals in this 2-mile-wide corridor centered on the Gallatin River, from Cameron Bridge south to Gallatin Gateway. Their best source of information? Those who hunt those animals.
Hunters play a key role in that effort because hunters are the main mechanism by which we can collect samples to understand where CWD is occurring and at what prevalence, and also to reduce prevalence levels when we have high concentrations of them.
CWD has to be confirmed from lymph nodes taken from the base of the animal's brain. That doesn't mean animals with suspected symptoms should be discounted.
Physical symptoms alone aren't enough to diagnose the presence of CWD. Although if people see animals that appear sick, and specifically if they have limited mobility, that's an indicator where we may be interested in following up on those types of reports.
FWP's website has more information about CWD sampling. It also has locations where you can take your carcass in to have a technician sample it for you. At the Cameron Bridge on the Gallatin River, Chet Lehman, MTN News.
You're watching MTN Outdoors.
That's my line.
No, it's not.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
Part of living in Montana is understanding the importance of preservation. Preservation of nature, of history, and our way of life.
With animals or historic cultures, sometimes we need to step in and make sure consumerism doesn't wipe out what makes Montana special.
Let's take a look at a few examples of why Montana will always need guardians of its natural greatness.
There's a lot of history on display here at Chief Plenty Coups State Park outside Pryor, Montana.
This is harder crow country that we're in.
From the Visitors Center, which tells the story of the Crow people, to the spring that Plenty Coups saw in a vision as a young boy, telling him that he would one day lead his people from the old ways to the new ways. And right down the trail from the Chief's home and general store, you'll find his apple orchard.
When visitors come walk the trail, they always ask about the apple, and I always say, they're sort of a gift, so, pick an apple, and it's a snack provided by the chief.
Two species of heritage apples are grown here, the Chief Plenty Coup Duchess of Oldenburg and the Chief Plenty Coup Wealthy Apple.
Back in probably around 1890s to 1910, the government started providing fruit trees to sort of try and root them to the land. So the chief actually took and kept his orchard up and used these as trade items, selling apples, things like that.
Well, it's a blessing. He kept these alive, and we can share them.
Bernadette Smith is a member of the Crow tribe and has been enjoying the apples her entire life.
They have a lot of juice, which is nice, you know, juicy apples, and it runs down your chin, and then you want more.
The orchard is about 120 years old, and the trees, while still producing, are really starting to show their age.
This variety, we were told, had probably about 130, 135 year lifespan. So as you can see just by looking around, they're starting to get towards the end of their life, and I think it's part of our responsibility to make sure that we can start grafting these trees to keep those genetics going.
There have been previous efforts through a Montana State University program to preserve heritage orchards by propagating the trees, then selling the new trees, but more funding is needed.
But we're really hoping to get another program going with that so we can sort of utilize what we have, some of these cuttings off of here, and see if we can graft them and just get the genetics out there. And the really cool thing about these apples is they've got good genetics. They've been here 120 years.
The hope is that new funding can be found so that the trees in this old orchard can be grafted and sold at nurseries, continuing the legacy of Chief Plenty Coups apples, possibly right in your backyard.
It would be the same apples, and you know, it would be your connection to history that you can literally look back and you're touching the same species, the same genetic of apple that Chief Plenty Coup would walk down and have an apple off the tree with.
In Pryor, Russ Riesinger, MTN News.
With its expansive grasslands, various elevations, and beautiful vistas free of technology, the Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes' Bison Range is a peaceful journey back in time. Scattered throughout the nearly 19,000-acre preserve west of St. Ignatius, Montana, are the stars of this trek, a large herd of bison. But that's not all you can see. Elk, bighorn sheep, mule and white-tailed deer, bear, and others call this place home. Our guides for this adventure are tribal members Antoine Paul and Willie Stevens.
Yeah. Oh, wow, this is good.
Yep.
Oh, this is great.
It's not long before we encounter a smaller group of bison. The gathering is just a tiny representation of a species that once numbered in the tens of millions at their peak. Still, it's a memorable sight, bison roaming free and grazing.
So right now, the buffalo are kind of scattered in smaller herds.
Willie says that's normal for this time of year for the herd to break apart after the mating season.
And then the older bulls, they're always alone by themselves, you know.
Okay.
They don't want to be bothered by the young kids.
Bison are the largest mammals in North America, with males weighing up to 2,000 pounds. Willie and Antoine take us off the path reserved for tourists to get a better look at a couple of bulls. With their permission and supervision, they allow me to get out of our truck for an even closer look for journalistic purposes. But for normal visitors, this is a big no-no. Walking away from vehicles is prohibited at the Bison Range, except along designated trails or the fishing access area.
Let's watch that tail. When it starts standing straight up, we gotta go.
And for good reason. If one raises its tail and not to go to the bathroom, that means it's irritated and could charge. Bison can move quickly up to 35 miles per hour, charging with the intent to gore.
Have you guys ever been charged at yourselves?
I have.
Yeah?
Down here in Trisky.
Were you in the car or out of the car?
I was in my truck.
Did it actually hit the truck?
Nope, he just false charge, but he was on his two hind legs. All the way up when he jumped up, and then he stomped his feet and his dust flew everywhere. But yeah,
Wow.
I've had that experience.
Tribal leaders say the herd out here is healthy, numbering around 450. They say that they are the most genetically pure in the entire world.
Because this is where most of the buffalo came from. They were brought here, yes, and then distributed all over.
The Bison Range was started in 1908, and it was started for the reason of trying to perpetuate the bison species back into an existence of meaning rather than near extinction.
CSKT supervisory biologist Shannon Claremont says the founding herd consisted of a handful of orphan calves brought here from the northern Great Plains by a past tribal member.
And he brought them back to this valley and started perpetuating the herd on his own. The land was open for tribal use. It was exclusively for tribal use.
Eventually, the Bison Range ended up in the hands of the United States government. But in 2020, Congress restored it back to the tribes.
It is very important to the tribe itself to have the bison here as a connection to the past. As you know, the bison played a huge role in the survival of the tribes back when we were nomadic.
The Confederated Salish and Kootenai tribes say they have an ancient relationship of respect and reverence for the American bison. An adventure at the CSKT range where they roam free like in days long ago might give you a new appreciation for a majestic creature that played a key role in indigenous culture and survival.
Right now, a Washington man is in the beginning of a 4-year prison sentence for killing eagles and other birds on the Flathead Reservation here in Montana. Travis Branson admitted to the poaching and pleaded guilty back in March to conspiracy and wildlife trafficking. Along with some accomplices, Branson killed at least 118 eagles and 3,600 other birds on tribal land. Montana prosecutors say Branson came from Washington to shoot bald and golden eagles to sell on the black market. Outside of the 4 years in prison, he'll pay about $800,000 in restitution.
Mr. Branson conspired with others on the scheme for which he is charged over the course of 6 years, from approximately January 2015 through March of 2021. But we know he was doing it longer, dating back to the late 80s. He thought this was funny, but he's not laughing today.
Montanans definitely don't think it's funny when people come to the state and abuse our protected wildlife. Winter is here and lots of people and dogs are happy. You're watching MTN Outdoors.
We now return to MTN Outdoors.
Some preservation efforts require more action than others.
With factors like construction, growing populations, or even sneaky creatures from foreign lands, the degradation process can get sped up.
And that's when scientists and conservation experts step in to save ecosystems.
Construction is beginning this week at Wadsworth Pond to install rock along the banks, providing safer access points for the public and also improving water quality for fish and wildlife by limiting the amount of sediment that washes into the pond.
There are several areas around the pond where people have been accessing the water, and other factors have come into play that have caused it to be really steep and difficult to get down to the water.
There are some exciting new improvements in the works at Wadsworth Park, starting this week with rock being installed in 7 locations around the pond.
It'll be a big factor in erosion control. We're losing some silt back into those into the pond with these areas, so it's steadily eating it away. This is going to restore that.
The Sun River Watershed Group acquired a Fish, Wildlife and Parks Community Ponds grant, which is largely funding the project along with Montana Trout Unlimited, Missouri River Fly Fishers, and Walleyes Unlimited.
Wadsworth Pond is fed by the Sun River, and it serves our Great Falls community, and we're really excited to be a part of this project and hope we can be a part of future work.
With an increase in visitors to the park, Park and Recreation is planning further improvements to Wadsworth to make the park a community destination spot. Further projects will include permanent bathrooms, improvements to the fishery, and planting more trees.
We're going to have some large construction equipment out here, and they'll be moving riprap in and along the banks and some other materials. And so just want the community to be mindful when they come out here, keep their eyes open.
Construction on the banks will begin this week and is expected to last 2 to 3 weeks. In Great Falls, I'm Anissa Kumar, MTN News.
I have the park's future in my hands. That's what I have.
For Two Moon Park, it takes about 100 hands to hold the future.
True, I'm dangling his hair as well.
Or perhaps the past.
We're all kind of used to this last 50 years of seeing all the Russian olive and buckthorn, but these plants weren't here before that time.
So if you guys weren't out here, if the volunteers weren't out here, if the other groups organizing weren't out here, who would be doing this?
Probably no one.
The majority of volunteers say they were called up by this dude with a big phone book to head out and help.
The person we look to the most is Jesus Christ, and he is the example of service and love.
This is what we get to do to help keep the world going for ourselves and for the other people that come.
Though not everyone has religious reasoning, all the pulling and planting hopes to make Montana look a little more like, well, Montana.
Our volunteers are planting native plants and spreading native plant seeds.
These are milkweed seeds. So if you're a fan of monarch butterflies, this is the host plants for their caterpillars.
You get nervous when you're in front of a camera. It's kind of nice to have a prop, and why not have a silver buffalo berry? This plant is native to our area, and it provides nice sweet fruits that the birds can eat on throughout the year.
The Department of Ag and Yellowstone River Parks Association say practices like these are reminders of why public lands are important. A reminder that they belong to all of us.
A lot of people really feel a sense of ownership at these parks, and we give them opportunities to give back to those spaces. It just really connects those people even deeper to the landscapes.
Marcus Kakova, MTN News.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of MTN Outdoors.
Yes, each and every week, the Grevenitz brothers will be out and about in exploring beautiful Big Sky country.
And we'll have these guys with us. Have a great weekend.
We hope to see you next time.